Hey everyone, it's Ann from Fantasy Island Toys. I just wanted to say thanks so much for still participating in our summer classes even though you can't attend them in store. So each week I'm going to make you a little video and try to explain the craft to you, and you just please reach out if you have any questions because I'm here to help. And I can also video chat with you and whatever you need, I'm here for you. So this week we're going to do the Father's Day handprint keepsake. It's the handprint stepping stone. This is a really great kit because you actually get to do your handprint in this one. In years past we've kind of struggled with some of the kits and they haven't quite made a great handprint for us, but this one is going to do it for us. So we're really excited. So in the kit you get a really great, this is a really sturdy bowl. You get your plaster. You also get a little mask. Now you always want to wear a mask when you are working with plaster because you do not want to breathe in the powder that it produces. You don't want that to get into your lungs. It's not a good combination. And then also when you go to dispose of this stuff, you want to throw it in the trash can. You do not want to wash it down the sink because it will attach to your plumbing system and plaster itself. So you don't want to do that. Make sure that you put any excess into the trash can. So make sure you put this on before you open this bag. You also get plastic gloves. These made me laugh when I took them out of the box. They are the biggest gloves I've ever seen. So a cartoon character will be perfect for these. But all kidding aside, these are great little gloves. And they do keep your hands protected because you don't want to get the plaster on your hands and under your fingernails. It gets really hard to get that out. And then you also get your little paint pods, paintbrush, and then your mixing stick. The only thing that you need to provide is 3/4 cup of warm water. All right, so let's get started. Okay, you guys, so to get started, we're gonna open our bag and we're gonna put our mask on before we do that. But also, you might wanna cover up if you have a nice shirt on, like mine, roll tide. Just put on this little apron, that way nothing gets on it, just in case. All right, so I'm gonna put the mask on. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. There we go. All right, we're gonna cut this open. And you're just gonna sprinkle this into your mixing bowl and kind of shake it around. And then you're just gonna slowly add in your water. And then you're just gonna mix it up slowly. And then you're just gonna keep adding powder and keep adding water until you get your stone. Because you want to get it as full as you can without going over the rim. That's going to make a little bit of a mess, but like I said, we'll just wipe that off into the trash can. Just make sure you don't pour that into the sink. Just want to make sure you get any of the clumps out. Just keep working them around and smashing them down. This is part of the fun part, to make the mess. Oh my God, I didn't put my gloves on. Jeez, could you believe that? Here I am telling you guys to wear yours. Forgot to wear mine. Definitely don't want this stuff under my fingernails. All right, there we go. Much better. And you may not need all of your plaster and you may not need all of your water. That's why you just want to keep pouring and keep mixing until you get the perfect kind of combination here. You don't want it too soupy, but you don't want it too powdery. My glasses keep fogging up. The fun part of wearing masks, everybody, with glasses. You just have to keep stirring it. Get all those clumps out. Just make sure you move it around, scrape your sides. And it's all right if you make a little bit of a mess. You see how big of a mess I'm making here. All right, when you think you've got it good, you just want to smooth it around, make it nice and even. Use my cup to store my stick. And you can even kind of shake it where it goes nice and smooth and gets any of the air bubbles out. Then you can kind of see if you still have some clumps in there, and if you do, just go ahead and kind of mush them down some more. All right, and once you do that, you're going to let it sit for 2 minutes, okay? And then we're going to do our handprint. Okay, so our 2 minutes is up. My hand is a little too big for this, so I'm going to use my lovely assistant, Maya. Her hand is a little bit smaller than mine, and then we're just going to place it in there and push it down. And you just want to make sure that you press the fingers gently but firmly. You don't want to hurt their hand. And you just want to kind of hold it in there for a minute so the plaster does its magic. And then you can slowly take it out. And it's best to do this barehanded, even though we tell you to wear the gloves when you're working with it, because if not, you're going to get a really weird transfer, and we don't want to do that. And so I've got some, you can use baby wipes, disinfectant wipes, whatever, and that way she can wipe her hand off really good with that before she goes and washes them. So then we've got our perfect little handprint. Let me see if I can show you. There we go. And so now we need to let this dry for, they recommend 24 hours. I'm sure we can come back soon and paint it, but you definitely do not want to take your stone out of its holder before that time limit, because it could break or crack and you don't want that to happen. All right, so I'll see you guys back after this dries a little while and we'll paint our stones. Okay guys, a quick update. It's only been about 15 minutes since we did our handprint, and what is so cool, this thing has actually gotten warm. I can feel the heat from it. So what's happening is it's like a chemical reaction in there, and it heats up and almost bakes itself. So what's great news about that is that we can paint it really fast. I think give it 30 minutes and it's probably plenty of time to go ahead and start painting it. And then you just wait the 24 hours to actually take it out of the container so it doesn't break. All right, so I'm excited to paint. We're gonna give it about 10 more minutes. Okay, you guys, are we ready to paint? Make sure that you protect your clothing with something or put an old shirt on. We just, even though it's washable paint, we want to make sure that we don't ruin anything that's special to us. Okay, so the only thing you'll need is probably some napkins and a little cup of water to wash your brush out. The most important part of this is if you don't want to get your colors all muddy and kind of turning brown, you just don't want to mix them up too much. So as soon as you're done with one color, just rinse your brush out, scrub it against the bottom of the cup really good, and then wipe it off, and then go on to your next color, okay? All right. The fun part about painting for me is I always make a mess. I get it everywhere. I've done that ever since I was a little kid to now. Can't ever not make a mess with paint. That's the fun part. All right, you guys, so we've got it all painted. We're gonna let it dry. We're gonna wait a good 24 hours or longer before we pop it out of its little plastic tray that it's in. That way nothing happens to it and it doesn't break. We're gonna give it to Dad and he's gonna love it. I really wanna see what you guys create, so please snap a picture and send it to me. I can't wait to see it. Thanks for attending my little virtual class. I hope to see you guys next week. Next week where you're gonna do creative change, where we're going to do paint our own piggy banks. So we have a pig and a race car bank, and we get to paint them, put stickers on them, make them our own. It's going to be really fun. Hope to see you guys then. All right. Thanks, you guys. To Dad, it's going to be so awesome. Don't drop it like I almost did. Jeez. It's been flying by. Father's Day is almost here, you guys. It's next weekend. It's crazy. I thought it was still March. Is it not March? Okay, it's June. Wow. Okay. So I guess you guys probably feel the same way I do about this, right? Father's print can't talk. Father's print Father's Day handprint stone. My goodness, that's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times fast. I'm not great at making videos, you guys. I struggle a lot with this.